Gus Gang. Lun Gang, Lun Gang. What you guys saying? Easy now, Reese. What's up? Nice and early, my friend. Hope you have your coffee with you. Yo, Alexi. I love that you're so regular on all the streams. You love to see it. You're gonna smash it, mate. Uh, Zvedsdi. Lun Gang, what's up, man? Azan, what you saying? Yo, Funky Monkey. Lun Gang for life. Yo, Florian, what you saying? Hey, Samaya, how you doing? Yo, Zach. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jasmine, I'm glad to know you're enjoying the lesson so far. Yo, Joe, we're trying to do here is make maths fun, innit? Maths gets a lot of stigma for being boring. Bun that. We're here to have fun. Yo, Star Wars, Lun Gang, let's go. Nice. How you guys doing, man? How's your week been? You guys got a week left before your results day. Lun school. You want me to open up a proper school? Would you guys come? Y equals mx plus c and that. Let's go. Wait, have I? Yeah, I know where that's from. Uneventful. I'm going to Funky Monkey. You want me to open up a Lun school? Have you guys heard of an artist called Joji? Do you guys know who that is? Hey, kids. You guys know Joji? Azan does. What's up, Mason? Filthy Frank. It's the Super Cup tonight, so I'm waiting for it. Nice. See if I can. You remember Joji for, I assume, Pink Guy for that reason. He's a music artist now, right? I'm actually going to see him tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. The weather should be good, so I don't know if any of you guys are going. Glimpse of Us is a banger. I quite like his music from back in the day though, from like 2017, like Will He and all of those good ones. Slow Dance in the Night. Those are like his newer ones, right? Which are great. It's crazy to see his development from Filthy Frank to a proper artist. It's crazy. It does get you in the feels, man. I do have to tear up sometimes. Weather is looking nice this week. Hopefully it lasts. I don't think it will. But luckily tomorrow for this Joji concert, the weather's looking like it's gonna hold up. So I can't wait for that. It really does get you in the feels. I feel the turning point for Joji was maybe ballads. I think that's where he changed. I saw him in 2019. No, 2018. He came to London. He performed in Charing Cross. I went to see him then. So now I'm going to see him again. It's been a while. Hey, Vir. Hey, Toulouse. One of the OGs, man. What are you saying? Also, I don't know. You guys might know Mac Miller. R.I.P. to Mac Miller. But there was one album where he changed the way he made music. And I think it was... which was the one where he really changed? Is it Macadelic? Was it called Macadelic? I think it was called Macadelic. It's like back in 2012 or 2013. Hey, Baction, what are you saying? I think it was like it had all these like, it was like black and white. I think it might be Macadelic or something like psychedelic, something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, similar to Joji, there was one album, Ballads, where it kind of changed for him, where he switched up his tone. But yeah, by the way, I saw you on YouTube. It's nice, Toulouse. Uh, what is it? I'm signing to promote for the well, for the summer course, but also the full course that's starting in September. Toulouse, are you going to be doing year 12, like starting A level year 12? Be good to have you on the course again. Jasmine, you think it was Macadelic? I think it was that. Yeah, user. It was back in 2018, I think he did. It's been a while now. So glad I'm done with A-level maths, man. Pooks, make sure you let me know how you do tomorrow, yeah? I'm very interested to know what your A-levels results were. How hard are A-levels on a scale of 1 to 10? It depends on which subject, Azan. Maths, maths probably is one of the hardest A-levels you can do, but it depends how you see it, right? It's if you put in the work and, for example, you follow my guidance, it's actually not that bad. It just takes the right practice. So obviously maths is about practice. Practice makes perfect, but it's the correct practice. If you do the wrong type of practice basic questions, just skill stuff, you're not going to do well. But like in my full course, we practice a lot of problem solving questions and develop the way we think about questions. So when we get towards the end, I start doing the exam papers and walking you guys through it. The main thing about maths is I want you guys to learn the questions I ask you guys when I go through problems, yeah? So it's not about, when I do problems, I'm thinking out loud, yeah? So you need to learn what questions I ask when I go through questions. So that's what will turn you into a real mathematician, yeah? So really listen to the questions I ask you guys, because you're always, in general, able to answer the specific questions I ask during a question. Are different Karina, what's further maths like? So further maths and physics probably, and the language are probably the hardest A levels you can do. But if your normal maths knowledge is really, really good, further maths is actually not that bad. Yeah. So further maths is not that bad if your normal maths knowledge is amazing. Yeah, trust me. Hey Ashna, another OG. How you doing? Are different exam boards harder than others? User, not really, no. Sometimes OCR might have a harder set of papers one year, and then EdXL might have a harder set of papers than AQA, so it kind of shuffles around. But in general, they're all the same. Maths one of the hardest A-levels, but if you practice them, yeah, for sure, Pooks. I'm doing maths, further maths. Nice, Funky Monkey. You're going to have a great time doing all three of those, the hardest A-levels. You should throw the language in there just to spice it up. Ali, no. So my full course in September is not free. But I'll give you more details about that later. I think if you enjoy maths and are willing to put the effort in, then you won't. Yeah, for sure, Reese. You learn to love it. Yeah. When you study it with me, you learn to love it. Lun Gang in that. Hey, Reddit horror. Physics interest. Is it hard A-level maths? Kia, it's not that bad. With the right guidance, it's quite decent. I feel like AQA was pretty nice this year compared to other boards. Yeah, Pooks, I don't have a plug for AQA, so I haven't actually seen the papers, which is a shame, but I will see them eventually. Mash cheat code Lun Gang, come on Mason, you know. I hate French, worst lesson I've ever had. Do you mean at A-level or do you mean at GCSE? Do you know what I should pick for my further maths course, like statistics, decision? Shush, I prefer mechanics and stats. I'm not a huge fan of decision maths. Although I can't say it properly. Decision maths is quite easy. It's really not a hard exam. Okay. Do you have any idea about the exam boards in India and how much harder? I don't, Azan. You'll have to compare the two. If you can find me the specification for whichever exam board you're doing, send it over, and I'll take a look and see what it is in comparison. Precious, Lun Gang is my community on TikTok. We say the function that looks like this. We say that as Lun, but some of the Americans say LN, and they started creating smoke on TikTok, and so I created the Lun Gang to dominate TikTok. Now we're the most popular maths TikTok on YouTube, so all because of Lun Gang and that. Okay, guys, so equations of straight line. Thanks, Shush. Equation of a straight line. Now, at GCSE, you would have learned y equals mx plus c. As a few of my OG students here, I would have taught you another way. I'm going to show you guys what that is today. Yeah, so at A levels, we're going to use a slightly different equation for equations of straight lines. So instead of using y equals mx plus c, let's explore a better way of representing lines. So given a point, so this is a point that we know, yeah, x1, y1. So we know this point. It could be 1, 1, it could be 2, 3, whatever. Yeah, it's a point we know. Find the general equation of a straight line. So guys, in the chat, tell me, on a straight line, what is consistent throughout the line? What makes a straight line unique in terms of its properties? So what has to be true? Good. The gradient. Yeah? Good. The gradient is constant. Yeah? So it doesn't matter where I put this x1, y1. Yeah, I could have put it anywhere on the line. The gradient would be consistent. Yeah? So what we're saying is to go from one point to another. Yeah? One point to another. The gradient is consistent. Yeah? So xy is a general point on the line. Yeah, remember y equals mx plus c. Y and x are coordinates that you substitute numbers into. They are general. x1, y1 specific. So let's work out the gradient between two coordinates. So to work out the gradient between two coordinates, we subtract them. Yeah, maybe you guys use the formula y minus y1, that one, the y1 minus y2. To avoid any mistakes with negatives, I just line them up and I subtract them like that. So we have x take away x1, and then y take away y1. Yes, it's the change in y, and then here we have the change in x. Yeah. So the gradient is the change in y divided by the change in x. Yeah, like that. Now, this is fine, but we don't like to have fractions. So what we do is we multiply through by denominators. So this denominator, we put a bracket around it, and then we multiply through. Yeah, we multiply through. So we have m times x minus x1 is y minus y1. And this, guys, is the equation of a straight line that we use at A levels. So we write the other way around though. Y minus y1 is the gradient x minus x1. Yeah. Now I'm going to highlight for you guys to show you things that we know. So this is what we know. Yeah, they have to give that to you. Yeah, these are things that we need in order to find the equation of the straight line. So it's really simple to use. Yeah, all of my GCSE students last year used this formula. So y minus the y coordinate equals the gradient bracket x minus the x coordinate. Yeah, so remember it like that. Yeah, y minus the y coordinate is the gradient bracket x minus the x coordinate. Yeah. Right, let's apply it to some questions. You'll see it's really easy. It's actually much easier to use than using y equals mx plus c. Yeah, especially if you don't have a calculator. So I'll show you the difference. Yeah, we'll compare the two. So find the equation of the line that goes through minus 1, 5 and has gradient 1/3 using y equals mx plus c. So guys, revision here. What's the first thing you would do? At GCSE, I've given you the coordinate and I've given you the gradient. What's the first thing you would do? Let's finish off our revision. Then we're going to go straight into using the y minus y1 formula. To lose, you're saying sub. Sub in the values. Cool. So mostly sub in the x coordinate. Cool. Exactly. So a lot of you would probably write 1/3 x plus c, right? First, to just make sure the gradient's in there. Then you'll say, okay, we need to work out plus c by subbing in the minus 1, 5. So that's your x coordinate, that's your y coordinate. So you'd have 5 is 1/3, then x is minus 1 plus c. So then you simplify that. 5 equals 1/3 times minus 1 is minus 1/3 plus c. Then you have to add 1/3 over. So we have to do 5 plus 1/3, which I guess you could write as 5 and 1/3, but we wouldn't write it like that. We have to do improper fractions, which is just nicer. So 5 times 3 is 15 plus the 1, 16. So 16 over 3 is c. So you see with y equals mx plus c, you spend a lot of time just working out that plus c. So your final answer would be y equals 1/3 x plus 16 over 3. Yeah? So you spend a lot of time working out the plus c. Now, really at A levels, guys, we don't like to have thirds. So we would times through by 3. Even at GCSE, sometimes we have that as a situation. But with the y minus y1 formula, you don't even need to worry about the plus c. So check this out. Y minus the y coordinate. The y coordinate is 5. equals the gradient, which is 1/3 bracket x minus the x coordinate. But the x coordinate is -1, so you get that double negative. So you're doing x minus -1, so x plus 1. And really, guys, that is it. Yeah, that's the equation of the line. I didn't even need to do anything else, but obviously we want to clean it up. Yeah, so we could expand brackets, move everything to one side. Now, one thing that's for sure, we'll get used to this, is when we have fractions, when the gradient is a fraction, we want to get rid of denominators first. Yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to times through by 3. Yeah. Now, on the right side, you see it says 1/3 x plus 1. That's just one term. So you only need to times it by 3 once. But over here, you have 2 terms. Yeah? So you have y times 3 is 3y. 5 times 3, we have 15. Then the 3's cancelling, just left with 1 times the bracket, which is just the what's inside the bracket, isn't it? And then we just move everything to one side. Yeah? So we have 3y. The positive x, when you move it over, is minus x. The positive 1, you'd minus it over. Minus 15 minus 1 is minus 16, is 0. And this is the best way to represent the line. If I was to do it with the y equals mx plus c formula, you would have to do even more steps here, timesing through by 3. Yeah, these would then go. You'd have x plus 16. Then move it all to the other side. Can you guys see how the y equals mx plus c formula takes ages? Here I did 3 lines. Here I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. With the GCSE formula, using y equals mx plus c, it takes 8 lines to get to the solution. So from now on, guys, y minus y1. RIP if you didn't use this in your GCSEs, but I don't think there was really any question that required this. But yeah, y minus y1. Which equation is the y1 versus y? Toulouse. So this one is the one we're going to be using from now on. Remember, we use that GCSE. So y minus the y coordinate is the gradient, x minus the x coordinate. So everyone in the chat, you're going to practice with me using the y minus y1 formula. Okay, let's get some noise in the chat because to show me you're ready. Yeah. So let's get some noise in the chat and then we'll proceed, just so I know you guys are still there in it. So, nice. This is you guys showing that you like the y minus y1 formula, isn't it? Okay, so it says a straight line L has gradient -1 and passes through the point with coordinates 3, -4. Find an equation of the line L. So guys, in the chat, remember, y minus the y coordinate is the gradient x minus x coordinate. Can you guys have a go at subbing in the gradient and the coordinates into our equation? Be careful, some of them might have a double negative. Don't expand anything, none of that. Just sub it in as it is, and together we will do all the expansions. So just sub in the gradient and the coordinates for me. And what's up if you're watching on TikTok? I can't see the chat. Head over to YouTube so I can see you guys, so you can interact with me. Same NeilDoesMaths and all that. But you guys, what's up, Pun Squid? Pun, do you know the rapper called Big Pun? He's one of the OG rappers. Okay, Tahira, y plus 4 is minus bracket x minus 3. Azan, yes. Don't forget that double negative Azan. You can just change that to a positive, right? Toulouse, that's right, yep. Don't forget to change it to a plus before. So I was asking, is the y1 subtracting the y? Oh, it doesn't actually matter, Toulouse, but stick with y minus the y coordinate. Good, Alex. Good, Reese. Ashna, technically you're not wrong, but going forward, do it the other way around. Yeah, so it'll be the y minus -4. Yeah, it'll be easier that way. Or we just, yeah, for now, shush. Integration by parts in paper freestyle. You're still shocked. Hanuna, am I late? Never late, always always on time, innit? So we're doing y, subtract the y coordinate. But the y coordinate is a negative, so it's y minus minus 4, which is y plus 4. Is the gradient minus 1, x minus the x coordinate. The x coordinate is 3. Yeah? Wait, is this too hard for me? I'm in year 10. Pun squared. It's probably better you come to the GCSE stream at 2:30. But it's not too hard for you. But the GCSE stream at 2:30 might be better for you. So let's expand it. Y plus 4. Minus 1 times x is minus x. Minus 1 times minus 3 is plus 3. Yeah? Move everything to one side. So y, the negative x, so we move it to the other side, is plus x. Then the 3, we're going to subtract on the other side, we get plus 1, is 0. Yeah? Now here, guys, you could rearrange for y, and y equals mx plus c. It's up to you. Is the A-level formula very useful when differentiating? Yes, for sure, Zach. Because most of the time, the gradients are going to be fractions. So you would not want to use the y equals mx plus c formula when we're dealing with fractional gradients. Yeah? Okay. Next question. The straight line M passes through the points with these two coordinates. Find the equation of M in this form. Alright, guys. So now I've given you two coordinates. What would we need to find first in order to find the equation of the line going through the two coordinates? Good. Well done, guys. Find the gradient. Yeah? So we're going to take the coordinates away and then do the change in y divided by the change in x. Why don't you guys work ahead of me? Tell me what you guys got. So I'm going to say 1, 1. We're going to take away the other coordinate, minus 2, minus 3. So 1 take away minus 2 is 1 plus 2, which is 3. Then 1 take away minus 3 is 1 plus 3, which is 4. So the gradient, well done guys, I'm seeing in the chat, is the change in y, which is 4, divided by the change in x, which is 3. Yeah? Nice. Okay, now guys, in terms of our y minus y1 formula, I've been given two coordinates. Which one of those should I sub in? Do I have to pick one of them? Is there a right or wrong answer? No, don't worry. Year 13 pure maths is fine. If you're talking about some of my TikToks where I'm doing crazy integrals, I'm just trolling. Alright, good. So guys, in terms of the coordinates, any of them you can choose, but probably 1, 1 is the easier one to use. Exactly, Matt and Azan. So guys, can you sub in our gradient and 1, 1 into the y minus y1 formula? I think Precious, you're slightly behind on stream. If you press refresh or check in the bottom right of the video, does it say it's live? If it doesn't, just refresh so you're up to date with the stream. So guys, just sub in. I thought you had to sub both in to get M. Well, we found M already, Shush. So remember, we use both coordinates to find the gradient, but then we only need to sub 1 in to then get the full equation of the line. Yeah? Okay, good guys. So we're doing y minus the y coordinate, which is 1, equals the gradient 4/3 bracket x minus the x coordinate. Yeah, you see guys, with just a small bit of practice, this formula is so easy to use. Now, what should I do first? I'm not going to say much here, but when you see that, what would be the first thing I should do? I can see some answers after doing some manipulation as on and Pramit. Well done. Yeah, multiply everything through by 3 alien. Pramit, good. So, this times by 3, times by 3, times by 3. So the 3 here cancels. We're left with 3y minus 3. Now you don't need to do a whole new line here. So you have 4 times x and 4 times minus 1. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. And then all we're going to do is move everything to the other side. Yeah, let's do it up here. Carrying on with part B. So we have 3y. Then 4x, yeah, the positive 4x. Moving on to the other side is minus 4x. And then you can add the 4 over. Yeah, minus 3 plus 4 is plus 1. Yeah. Can you see the form here, guys? It says ax plus by plus c is 0. It doesn't matter if you don't write the x first. Yeah. You could have it on the other side as well. It's up to you. There's no preference for examiners. Okay, well done. Part C, the lines L and M intersect at the point P. Find the coordinates of P. Alright guys, what should you be thinking about when you see the word intersect? Now, my GCSE students from last year should know, because I've given you guys so many questions where you see the word intersect. Shush, what is that process called? What is that called when you make them equal? You guys are right. What's the special name for that process? Ross, Lun Gang? Is that what? Every process in maths is just Lun Gang. I think one of my old year 13s wrote Lun Gang on the paper, hoping that the examiner knew what that was. But guys, I'm not an advocate for that, but you could do what you need to do. Guys, you are right. You do need to equate them, but there's a special word for it. It's special name is 2 words, S and E. There's 2 words, S and E. What is it? You've used the word. There you go, Shush. Well done. It's simultaneous equations. Exactly, Priya. So, guys, please do not forget, yeah, the word. So, when you see intersect, like, you are equating them, but I don't want that to be the first thing you think about. I want you to think about simultaneous equations, yeah? Which is the process of equating them, yeah? So, to do that, I think with the first equation, let's rearrange for x or y. Maybe let's rearrange for y. So we can say y is minus x minus 1. Yeah, moving the x and the 1 to the other side. And then we're going to sub it into the other equation. So we get 3 lots of minus x. Morning key stage half. Minus 1. Thank you. 1 million followers is crazy. Thank you, thank you. Is 0. I did a LinkedIn post to buy. I don't know if you guys even use LinkedIn. Then we have 3 times minus x is minus 3x. Then minus 3 minus 4x plus 1 is 0. Minus 3x minus 4x is minus 7x. Minus 3 plus 1. Minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2 is 0. That's right, isn't it? Now make the minus 7x positive. Minus 2 is 7x. Then we divide by 7. So there you go, guys. So we're done. That's my final answer. Toulouse, it was on Facebook. I gained 1 million followers in 3 months. Top Jam, I do teach further maths, but I don't have a course for it yet. I will build one. Probably because you guys are going into year 12. By the time you get to year 13, there should be something there for you. Nice pun, Squid. Primary users find a job, but none yet. Just add me on LinkedIn, my friend. We'll see if I can find you something. Azan, all I did was simultaneous equations. I subbed in the y value, I expanded all the brackets, then I just rearranged for x. Yeah? Don't worry, I got more questions on this simultaneous equation. So remember, guys, I'm just rearranging for y. We're doing a substitution into the second equation. Yeah? This was the line M, and this one here was the line L. We're finding where they meet each other. Yeah? And yeah, you guys are right. You need to find the y value. Yeah? So remember, we have x equals minus 2/7. Then all we need to do is sub it into our subject equation to find the y. So y is the negative of x. Well, if x is minus 2/7, the negative of that would be 2/7 minus 1. Guys, you can also use your calculator. Yeah, A-levels, you're free to use your calculator as much as you want. So a lot of these computational stuff, I'm not going to really explain it. Yeah, these are like stuff you learn in year 7. But if you want to use your calculator, go for it. 2/7 minus 1 is minus 5/7. So the point P where they intersect is minus 2/7. and minus 5/7. Yeah. I was so confused where you got the y is minus x minus 1. Oh, okay, fine. So yeah, guys, that came from this. Yeah. I rearranged it for y. Yeah. That was the line L. Yeah, because I could easily rearrange it for y. So I took the x and the plus 1, I moved it to the other side. Yeah. Are there any non-calculator? No, they're all calculator papers, Toulouse. Where'd you get these questions from, kids? I write them myself. Just like my full course, all the questions are written by me. Which leads me on to this. Yeah, guys, remember, just to remind you, quite a lot of you did message me the code word summer last week, which is great to have so many of you wanting to join me in September. So guys, we have, after this one, we have 2 more lessons left. Then I'm just going full swing, teaching the full year 12 course. Yeah, there won't be any more of these. It'll be me purely focusing on the full course. Yeah. So the full course, I have 2 lessons a week. Each of them are 1 hour. So for you guys, it'll be on a Tuesday and Thursday, 7 till 8. So get you guys home from school, have some food, and then chill out with me and do some maths. So over the course of the year, it works out to 80 hours of lessons, so 40 weeks, 80 homeworks. Each of those homeworks will have 10 questions. Actually, no, 80 homeworks will have, each week you have 10 questions. So 400 questions. Yeah, so over the course of the year, 400 questions. And each of those homeworks, guys, I do video solutions. Yeah, where I literally walk you through how to do every single question, because if you've used a textbook before, you do a question, you go to the back page, you see if you got it right or wrong. But if you got it wrong, you don't know why you got it wrong a lot of the times. So what I do is I make videos walking you through how I would have done every single question so that you know exactly why you went wrong, which is really important. It's important to make mistakes, and it's very, very, very important to know why you made that mistake, which is why I make those videos. Yeah. Now, at the end of year 12, you're going to have something called UCAS exams, which are exams which your teachers are going to set you predicted grades, which you then use to apply to university. So at the end of year 12, I do 6 practice papers to prepare you for your UCAS exams because they're really important. Yeah. So for all of that, all of those lessons, all of those homeworks, the video solutions, the practice papers, all of that stuff, that's just the standard package. That's just the most basic stuff. Yeah. At a minimum, that's what you'd get. And then if you want to upgrade, I have a pro package where I guarantee you an AA star at the end of year 13. So that'd be a 2-year commitment. I'll guarantee you an AA star, and I'll give you a personal mentor. Now, the personal mentor are students handpicked by me who are at top universities who've already got their AA stars. Yeah, they go to the top unis, so you can use them as like your personal trainer in it. They'll be there 24/7 to answer your questions. And yeah, you can see here my Trustpilot. You know, there's over 80 reviews, all 5 stars. So students love the course. Yeah, I know a lot of my old GCSE students are in the stream right now. So some of them contributed to this. Yeah. So if you have questions about this, just stay tuned to the end and I'll be happy to answer. All right. So, kids, just wait till the end. And I'll show you the prices. So guys, they are slowly starting to go up because there's only a certain number of spots at a certain price. Once it's filled, it does have to go up slightly because I have to cover the costs of the platform, which goes up based on a certain number of people I put on there. Yeah. So that's just the way it is, but I'll show you guys the prices at the end. What I have for breakfast, Ren Squared, I had Greek yogurt and protein granola. Everything I have has to have loads of protein in it. What time do you do your year 13 summer lessons? Zach, they are at, they were yesterday, so every Tuesday at 11 a.m. There is Arman. There is a course for year 11. It's another really important course that's going to start in September. So if you want to find out more about that, Arman, just message me after. Or wait until 2:30 where I have the GCSE lesson. Gym gains and that, come on. I had scrambled eggs and bread, so I'm feeling energized. That's so heavy. Veer, yes, I do the GCSE course as well. Very, very, very important year group. So, of course, I want to make sure all my GCSE students are well prepared. Now, guys, what do you know about perpendicular gradients? What's up, V-namers? One slice of toast with guacamole. That's bougie. Pun squared. Reese, negative reciprocal. Tahira, negative reciprocal. Nice. Dal for breakfast as on. Nice. Okay, so guys, negative reciprocal. Yeah, I'm going to do the first one. Can you guys in the chat? I'm going to do the first two. In the chat, guys, can you tell me what these four would be? You can separate them with commas. Yeah. So I'll do the first two. Can you guys do the last four? Do them in one sentence. So I can see all of them. You have to do negative. Nice. Nice V-namers. Trishan, that -1, that is relevant for something afterwards, which I'm going to take a look at. So 2. 2 is 2/1, so we're going to reciprocate it, a half. Then instead of thinking about negative reciprocal, what I think of is just changing the sign. So positive, negative. This one's negative, the other one's going to be positive. So this is 3/1, it'll be 1/3. Then what are you guys saying here? So Kizzy, -4. User, don't forget to make it negative where you wrote 4/1. So a lot of, yeah, so yeah. 1/4, when you reciprocate it, does become 4/1, which is 4. But then remember, that's a positive, so we change the sign on it. Yeah, good job, guys. So this is 5/1, which is a positive. So when you negate it, is -1/5. This one's nice. You just flip the 7 and the 2, and then make it, or change the sign, so positive. Yeah, and then finally, the 7/5 is 5/7. Ren squared and pun squared. What's going on? And then the positive is going to change sign to make negative. Yeah. Now, this is really important, especially when we get to A level, because we do a lot more algebra, right? So check what's in the yellow box. Anything, guys, that I put in a squared battle. Anything I put in a yellow oblong is really, really important information that I need you guys to remember. Yeah, they squaring up. Okay, if two gradients, M1 and M2, are perpendicular, then what do you get as a product of both of them? So guys, look at all of these. When you multiply them, what do you notice about all of them? What do you notice about all of them? These puns, pun. I see you, Tahira and Priya, Cheryl, and Shush. Nice pun squared. Negative for sure. Zved. Good, they get -1. Yeah, so guys, 2 times -1/2 is -1. The 2's cancel. Yeah, do you see the -3 times 1/3? The 3's cancel, -1. So guys, I need you to remember this. Yeah, so for two gradients to be perpendicular, they need to multiply to give -1. Via which day do I do the GCSE? Do you mean the free ones? It's today at 2:30. Yeah. So guys, check this question. Let's apply it. It says, the line with equation x minus 3y plus 4 is 0 is perpendicular to the line with equation 2x plus ky minus 2 is 0. Find the value of the constant k. So guys, look at this form. How do we find what the gradient of that line is? Because at the moment, we can't see it. So we need to do something first before we can see what the gradient is of that line. Nice pun squared. I squared is -1. Good. So guys, y equals mx plus c, even though I was dissing it at the beginning of this lesson, it is really important. Yeah, so it's important to see what the gradient is and the plus c. Harold, no, you're good. You're fine. You just missed like what I was teaching about the equation of a straight line that we use at A levels. But join in, see how you go. So we need to rearrange both of them in the form of y equals mx plus c. So we have x minus 3y plus 4 is 0. Now this is something you guys should be getting used to already is when you rearrange for y or any unknown that is negative, make it positive first. So the minus 3y, we move it over to become a positive 3y. Yeah. Then we divide through by 3. Now we want to explicitly see it in the form of y equals mx plus c. Yeah. So when we divide through by 3, don't write it as x over 3. Yeah. Remember, x is 1x, right? So it's 1/3. So 1/3 x plus 4/3 equals y. And there you can see what the gradient is. It's a third, isn't it? Yeah. Do you guys want to have a go at rearranging? I'm going to do up here. 2x plus ky minus 2 is 0. This is usually a tougher, a bit more of a tougher question. At A levels, this is something that you should just be really comfortable with. But why don't you guys have a go at rearranging that for y? I'll give you guys a bit of a head start. I normally just multiply it by minus 1. Yeah, that's fine, shush. Just make sure every term gets multiplied by minus 1. It's the same thing. The only time I would say be careful with that is dealing with inequalities, right? Because then the inequality switches direction. That's why I prefer to just move things around. You don't need to worry about thinking about an extra rule. Okay, so you guys are working ahead. I'm just going to talk through my thinking here. Ky is already positive. So the 2x can come here, and the minus 2 can go here. So we have ky is, the positive 2x on the other side is minus 2x. The minus 2 on the other side is plus 2. I see you guys putting your answers in there. Ali and Abdul have the same answer, it looks like. And then, yeah, we're going to divide through by k. So remember, so Reese, you can do all over k, but remember, we explicitly want to see the coefficient of x. So we're going to divide every single term by k. And it looks like you guys are all getting the same answer, which is great. So showing that you lot know how to rearrange. Yeah, so the k's go. And we're left with y equals. But in general, Reese, when we rearrange, I do prefer to put all over. But there's a different situation. So minus 2 over k, x plus 2 over k. And there you go. So the gradient of one of them is 1/3. And the gradient is minus 2 over k. Now, I've told you guys that they are perpendicular to each other. So what would I do to both of those? Using the knowledge we know now, the rule we kind of derived, what are we going to do with those two fractions? What would you guys suggest? Good. Well done. Times them together and make it equal to minus 1. Yeah? Times them together, make it equal to minus 1. Why don't you guys do that? Tell me what k would be. So multiply both of those and equate to minus 1. Work ahead of me. What does that give you? You lot are rapid, man. Ali and Tahira at the same time. 2/3, you're saying? Everyone's saying 2/3. So what I would do, yeah, and this is a thing as well, guys. In my full course, when I do video solutions, and also in, do you remember there's homework for these? You guys can have a go at my homeworks. They're completely free for these lessons. You'll see what my video solutions look like. Even if you get the right answer, I really want you guys to still watch my video solution because I may have done it in a slightly different way that may be quicker. Yeah, so you want to see if you can optimize your working out. Yeah, so just compare it with yours. So here the minuses would just cancel on both sides, and then I'll times the top and the bottom. So 1 times 2 is 2 over 3k is 1. Then what I'll do is I'll times through by the k only. So do you know students most of the time would times through by the full denominator? You can literally just times through by the k only. Yeah, that can go up by itself. So timesing through by k only, you get 2/3 is k. Nice. We haven't done that in a while, guys. Let's put some noise in the chat. Sanju, unfortunately, non comprende. I'm actually annoyed that I missed the foot. Well, Ali, you can go back, watch it. Yeah? Never anything missed, my friend. Nice, nice, nice. No problem, Sanju. Nice, nice. Okay, let's apply it then. Toulouse, you know, it's these sessions between like an hour 15 or so. So maybe not 12 on the dot, but somewhere around there. So, a straight line L1 has equation y equals minus 3x plus 2. The straight line L2 is perpendicular to L1 and passes through the point with coordinates 3, 4. Find an equation for the line L2 in the form ax plus by plus c is 0. Alright guys, when you see that for part A, what are you thinking? Just focus on the maths, guys. Brev. Brev. Guys. Okay, so find the gradient of L2. Alex, you're saying 1/3. You could be correct. So why has Alex said that? It's because the gradient of L1 is minus 1/3, right? So if L2 is perpendicular, we need to do the negative reciprocal of that. The negative reciprocal of that would be 1/3. Yeah? So guys, y minus y1. Can you guys input that third and this coordinate into the y minus y1 formula? And Abdul, remember the form. So check what form I want it. Ax plus by plus c is 0. Can't have fractions. And Reese, no fractions allowed. So you need to times through by your 3. You're both getting the same answer. But you would have to I don't know if you're correct. For both of you to get the same answer, it could be correct. But you need to get rid of fractions, move everything to one side. But for now, everyone else, let's input the third and the 3, 4 into our y minus y1 formula. Alex, y minus 3 is 1/3 x minus 4. Tahira. So, wait. Yeah, Alex, you just put the 3 and the 4 the other way around, that's all. Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's y minus the y coordinate. The y coordinate is 4. Is the gradient 1/3 x minus the x coordinate of 3. Yeah, it's nice and easy. Next thing, we're going to get rid of the denominators. So we're going to times through by 3. Times through by 3. So this goes. Then we have y times 3 is 3y. Minus 4 times 3 is minus 12. Is 1 times anything is just itself. So x minus 3. Move everything over here. So 3y. The positive x, we move it to the other side, is minus x. Then we're going to add 3. So minus 12 plus 3 is minus 9. There you go. Then it says the line L2 crosses the x-axis at the point A and the y-axis at the point B. Find the coordinates of A and B. Alright guys, how do you find where any line or curve, any function, crosses the x-axis? What has to be true? How do you find where anything crosses the x-axis? The root, true. In the skies, it's one of those. Which one is it when finding the roots? Okay, so be careful, guys. If you to conceptualize this, yeah, say this is the line, I don't know. Where it crosses the x-axis, the x value can't be 0. Yeah, the x value could be anything. Here, the y value has to be 0. Every coordinate on the x-axis has a y value of 0. That's why we set y to be 0. For the y-axis, x equals 0. Every coordinate on the y-axis has an x coordinate of 0. That's how it works. Yeah. So that's how you remember. Yeah. So here, for the x-axis, y is 0. Now this is how I do it. So I would use my hand to cover up the 3y. So imagine this is my hand. Look at the screen. So when y is 0, I do this. Imagine that's my hand. And I cover it up. And then from there, I rearrange for x. So when you move the minus x over, x would be 9. So the coordinate of A there is 9, 0. Yeah, cover-up method, so good. Nice. Then, for the y, for the y-axis, we're going to make x equals 0. So, cover-up method, remember to include the sign. So you cover it up. Yeah, and then you can see, you can rearrange for y quite easily there, right? The minus 9 goes over to make 9. 3y is 9, so y is 3, isn't it? Which actually means the diagram I drew was reasonably accurate there. 0, 3. Is it not? Minus 9. Is it not minus 9? It is minus 9. Sorry, guys. Yes, you're right. Thanks, guys. I think maybe... Oh, no, reset it. A few of you said actually. Sorry, guys. You're right. I did my cover-up method and then I ended up getting it wrong. I could delete all evidence. Actually, no, it's recorded. Damn. You guys saw nothing in it. Which means my diagram was kind of close. I mean, I drew it before I even got the answers. So then it says, given that O is the origin, find the area of triangle OAB. Alright guys, this is exam technique. What do you recommend we do for this question? Before we do any maths, can you recommend me something to ensure we get this correct? You're kind of right, Shush. Yes, sketch it. Yes, so sketch the line. Yeah, so just do any old axes here. Here's your origin. And the where it crosses the x-axis is at minus 9. Oh no, it was fine then. Minus 9. And then it crosses the y-axis at 3. So something like here. So it looks something like this. That's your line. O, A, B. It wants us to find the area of this triangle. And you can see it's a right angled triangle. Yeah. So guys, in the chat, what is the area of that triangle? You can leave it as a fraction as well if you want. Yeah. So what's the area of that triangle? Good, half base times height. Tira 13.5. And Abdul said 13.5. Sky is 27 over 2. AX VII squared. Everyone is loving the squared in the names. What are you getting? 27 over 2. So yeah, the base length is 9, right? The height is 3. So we're doing a half times 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27 over 2. So 27 over 2. Yeah, guys. You don't need to decimalize it. Yeah. Leave as fractions. We're at A levels now. Keep it simple. And Zved, you can put units squared as well. That's basically saying, guys, that we're not dealing with centimeters, none of that. We're just saying units. But you don't need to say that. Nice. Here's an interesting challenge question for you lot to end it off. It says the line L1 with equation x plus y minus 9 is 0 intersects the line M with equation x plus 3y minus 12 is 0 at the point P as shown in the diagram. Find the coordinates of P. Okay, guys, what are you thinking there? You're going to do trig identities soon. AX for the free streams. I don't plan to do trig identities, no. But I do have videos on them already on YouTube. Just search up trig identities NeilDoesMaths. You'll find some stuff there. Harold, your brain isn't braining. It's all good. You'll just watch, and by osmosis, the knowledge will feed into your brain. Good. You guys remember simultaneous equations. So whenever you see the word intersect, yeah, we don't think of the word equate, even though it's correct. We think simultaneous equations. Yeah. So we have the line L, which is x plus y minus 9 is 0. Then we have the line M, whose equation is x plus 3y minus 12 is 0. And we want to equate them. And actually, we can do something quite simple here already. Instead of equating them, What do you guys recommend we do instead? Do you see an easier way maybe? That we can just do straight away when I line them up like this. Ren squared midpoint would be for something else. Good kids. So guys, the x are the same. Yeah, remove the x, exactly. Yeah, because the x are the same, guys. You could just take them away. Yeah, just take them away. Now I'm going to subtract looking upwards because we're going to keep the y's positive. So x minus x, 3y minus y is 2y. Then we have to do minus 12 minus 9. That's minus 12 plus 9. Minus 12 plus 9 is minus 3, isn't it? Is 0. Then rearrange. You get y is 3 over 2, right? Then don't forget, we're going to sub it in to find x. I think subbing into the first equation is easier, right? So x plus y, which is 3 over 2 minus 9, is 0. Now remember, guys, I said feel free to use a calculator here because all of this is calculator papers. But that would be 3 minus 18, so minus 15 over 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. X minus 15 over 2 is 0, so x is 15 over 2. So the coordinate then of P is 15 over 2 and 3 over 2. Cool. So, nice. Now, guys, when the diagram's given to you, any new information you work out, add it to the diagram. Always. It should be instinct. Just add it on. Now, here's the interesting part of the question. The region A1 is bounded by L, M, and the y-axis. So this is a nice A-level description. So it's saying A1 has a boundary of the line L. Yeah, here's your line L. The line M, and the y-axis. So can you see it describes the perimeter of A1. That's what they like to do at A-levels. So we have this area A1. Yeah, I'll highlight it. Yeah, so this is A1. And A2, you can see its boundary is L, M, and the x-axis. So this is L, M, and the x-axis. Yeah. Show that the ratio of the area of A1 to the area of A2 is 3 to 25. Okay, guys, so focus on A1 for a second. If you want to find the area of that triangle, what do you recommend we find? What do you recommend we find? Find the length of LM by writing out the y-intercept of equations L and M is what Shush thinks. Where they intersect the y-axis, Kiz agrees. Pramit, I think that's you agreeing. So they're suggesting we work out these coordinates, which would basically allow us to find the distance, right? Good, we sub in 0. Yeah? Okay, guys, in the chat, find where both L and M intersect the y-axis. Here are your equations. So remember, you're subbing x is 0. So use your hand or something to cover up the x. Yeah? So we're going to make x equals 0. So for the first one, you would cross that out. You would get y equals 9. So for L, y equals 9. Let's add that onto the diagram. So here we have 9. Let me erase that. What's the other one? For M, if we cross out the x, you get 3y minus 12 is 0. So move the 12 over, which is 12. 3y is 12, so y is 4, isn't it? Okay, good stuff, guys. So, like Ali said, the base length then is 5. Kiz, I see what you've written up there. What's the height of the triangle, though? What's the height of that triangle? It's not right-angled. What do you guys think? We do, Abdul. Toulouse, what we're doing so far for part B is we're working out where the lines cross the y-axis. We don't need to use trig, guys. This is, I always catch out my year 12. So if you guys do this in my full course, you'll see this question come up. I want you guys to get this straight away. You actually do, it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think. I'll draw it slightly awkwardly like this. What is the area of this triangle? You have the base length. Now, one thing you've forgotten, Star Wars, you're saying, nice. Star Wars has said 15/2 and Ashna as well. Yeah? Guys, you've forgotten this from year 7. The area of a triangle is half base times height. The height is, look at the top here. Imagine that's the top of a building. If you drop a ball, this is the height of the triangle. It's half base times height. So it's just we have that shape but rotated 90 degrees. The height is this distance, which is the x coordinate of P. Yeah? So the area of A1 then is a half times the base length of 5 times the height of 15/2, which is 75/4. There we go. So guys, it's about what you know. This is why my full course obviously quite important, to expose you to questions like this. Yeah? Right, let's do the same with the other triangle. Yeah, A2. So, guys, we're obviously going to work our way across the x-axis. Can you guys tell me that? Yeah, kids, that's what I was saying. I saw your answer, but then you changed it. So, guys, in the chat, work out where it crosses the x-axis. So again, oh wait, sorry, I've kind of covered all this. You guys can't see anymore. Lacking confidence. Don't worry, man. It will come back. It will come back. I kind of rocked your boat there, but always stay true to yourself, man. So when y is 0, you're just going to cover these up. Cover these up. These are even easier, right? You're just going to get, for L, you get x equals 9. And for M, you get x equals 12, isn't it? I was thinking this was half AB time. So Genovia. The problem with that is you would have to then do cosine rule to find an angle, which is crazy long, right? It'll be like a 200 mark question. Luckily, with this coordinate geometry, it's much easier than that. Yeah? So guys, what's the height of this triangle now? Shush. So remember, this was the base length. Yeah? This was the base length. The height of a triangle is the distance perpendicular to the line I just drew that goes to the top point of the triangle. So you're looking for a line that is perpendicular. Now the height of the triangle is the one that goes up to P. Yeah, that's what it means. So it's just this distance here. Yeah, that's the height of the triangle A1. It's just twisted sideways. Yeah. So for A2, yeah, when you look at A2, we've identified what the base length is just 3, isn't it? The difference between 9 and 12. But the height is at P. Imagine it's a ball. You drop it. You drop the ball. That is the height of the triangle. Yeah, which is 3/2, which everyone's saying. Yeah, good guys, 3/2. So the area of A2 then is a half times the base length of 3 times the height of 3/2, which is 9/4. So here are your two areas. I'm saying, sure, the ratio is 3:25. Yeah? So 3:25. I think I might have written them the wrong way round. I think I wanted the ratio of A1 to A2 to be 25:3 because A1's the bigger one, right? So we have 75/4 is the area of A1 and the area of A2 is 9/4. And we just simplify that. So we can divide by 3 and we can times through by 4. And there you go, guys. You get your 25/3. Very nice. Guys, let's get some noises and some Gustavos in the chat. So this is you know, this would be regarded as a tough question for straight lines for year 12 for sure. Yeah, but this is why I want to expose you guys to the levels in it. This is the levels. Nice, nice, nice. Gustavo, Gus Gang and that. Let's go. So yeah, this is what you guys can look forward to. How'd you get the x values? Ali, to find where anything crosses the x-axis, you make y equals 0. You sub in y equals 0 into the equation of the lines or curves or whatever you're talking about. Always, yeah? And then to find where it crosses the y-axis, you make x equals 0. Yeah? Primate, what confused you? I'm gonna watch this whole question. Nice, Azan. It's a good question for you guys to watch back for sure. So, oh, I have one more question I wanted to go through, coordinates and ratios. So it says A is the point with coordinates 1, 2. B is the point with coordinates 10, 17. N is a point on the line segment AB, such that AN, NB is 2 to 1. Find the coordinates of N. This is actually a GCSE question, but we need to revisit it for year 12. What do you guys recommend we do first? I have another read, but there's something that is very standard that I would always make my students do in a situation like this. Very similar to like a question we did to go. Shush is saying sketch. Abdul, we may have to do that. And Tahira, draw a diagram. Good. Guys, for all of this stuff, coordinate geometry, draw a diagram. Yeah? Now, it doesn't need to be exact. Here we're not talking about lines, so I'm just going to say A is here. 1, 2. And let's say B is here. 10, 17. So a line segment just means a line connecting the dots. It's a decent line. Freehand. Now, N is a point on the line segment between A and B, such that AN, NB is 2 to 1. So, in the chat, guys, is N, this point, closer to A, or is it closer to B? Which one is it? Based on that ratio, is it closer to A or B? Shush, yes, in terms of its split. Vector PTSD. Toulouse, we did this already. Vectors is actually maybe slightly more difficult than this. Okay, good. It's closer to B, yeah? So it's 2 parts away from A, which means it's further away. So here, yeah? N is here. And as Shush said, it's 2/3, 1/3, right? Because 2 plus 1 is 3. So it means this is 2/3 of the way. This is 1/3 of the way. Okay, so what's the next step, guys? Once we know that N is 2/3 away from A, what would you guys recommend we do? Change color. Hey, Maria. What's up? I see your comment. It's kind of to do with the gradient, but one step before. We don't need to go as far as to find out what the gradient is. Yes, like Abdul, this is what you said before, right? So guys, all you do is, yeah, you just find how to go from A to B. Yeah, it's kind of like finding the gradient. What's up, Bernard? It's kind of like going from A to B. Well, no, it is going from A to B, but then you don't need to go ahead and find out what the gradient is. By subtracting them, essentially, yeah. What's up, Frosty? So we're going across and up. Yeah? So then you're looking at the x value. So to go from 1 to 10, it's 9 across. Then to go from 2 to 17, that's 15 up. Yeah? So 9 across and 15 up. Now, guys, N is 2/3 along the way. So how do you go from A to N then? How much across and how much up do you need to go? I see you guys starting to put in the chat. So, Monaf, you're saying 712. Star Wars, same. Kiz is same. Tahira, we do need to times by 2/3. Shush as well. Abdul, yeah. Genova 10 over 6. Oh, that will be the gradient, right? If you're doing 15 over 9. But we don't need to go ahead and find the gradient. Yeah? So yeah, remember, 2/3 is A to N. So we just need to do 9 times 2/3. And then we need to do 15 times 2/3. 9 divided by 3 is 3 times 2, 6. Okay. 15 divided by 3 is, oh, this is what I think you mean by the 10, 6. Okay. So 15 divided by 3 is 5 times 2 is 10. Exactly. So we're going 6 across and 10 up. Oh, and then some of you were telling me, oh, the 712 Munaf and Star Wars and Kids is the final answer, right? So we're at 1, 2. We're going 6 across. So that'll be 1 plus 6 is 7. Exactly. And then we're going up 10. So the y coordinate's 2. We add 10 is 12. Well done, guys. That's fine. So yeah, 712 is the correct answer. Yeah. Nice. Guys, let's get some Gus Gang in the chat for these big wins. Big wins. Gus Gang for life. Lun Gang for life. Why'd you add 1, 2? So remember, Toulouse, 1, 2 is the coordinates of A. We're going 2/3 along the line to go to N, and we worked out how much across and up we needed to do. So we added that to A in it. Lun Gang squared. So I did a range of things for you guys to show you what you can expect in year 12 for straight lines. Is it longer to subtract 1/3 of the length? I would say, kids, it's kind of the same. You'd have to work out to go from B to A, but then you're dealing with negatives, yeah? Which I don't advise, yeah? So just try and stick to positives. It will just make your life a lot easier, yeah? Yeah, the colors definitely help, yeah? Yeah, stick to positives. Positives are good. No negatives in our lives. Okay, so guys, like I said, this is just the end. Yeah, if you have any questions about my full course. Now, like I said, the price on the top are for 1 year. So these are 1 year. And these are for 2 years if you want to do the A-level guarantee. So remember this, the lessons. Yeah, I'm doing huge discounts right now. Yeah, so guys, you can see in the gray what it usually costs and what I'm charging you guys now. Yeah. Now, like I said, a lot of students have already sent me the code word summer last week. And the platform I use to put all my homeworks has a cost per number of students that I put on the platform. So it will go up as time goes on. So the price now has actually gone up from last week. You guys may notice, you can go back. That's because a bunch of students have already sent me the code word summer and they've secured their spot. Yeah. So you can also see how much the upfront cost breaks down per hour. You know, like £3 an hour when you factor in all the lessons, the homeworks, all of that stuff that I do for you. Like, you're not going to find anything cheaper. But yeah, if you do want to commit to 2 years, I will guarantee you an A star. Yeah. No one else is going to guarantee you an A or A star. Yeah, just me. But you need to send the code word summer if you want to lock in the discount. Yeah. Because next week is probably going to be different. I can't remember exactly. I think the first one I noticed is this. That used to be 800. So it has gone up. This is a 2-year guarantee. But if you guys are looking just for 1 year, it's this. Yeah. And also, guys, just to remind you, the course starts in September. Yeah. So if you do pay now and you start in September, you have 2 weeks to decide if you want to carry on or not. Yeah. So if you decide within those 2 weeks that this isn't for you, I'll give you a full refund. Yeah. So there's a 2-week money back guarantee from when the course starts, which is in September. Yeah. So you're basically securing this discount up for the next like 5 weeks or so. Yeah. But then if you're not happy about anything, then yeah, I'll 100% just give you your money back. So yeah, you have that guarantee as well. But you need to send me the code word summer if you want to lock in the discount, because next week is probably going to change. Lun Gang, as Yanamais says, brand is everything, Mason, for sure. I would sacrifice my life for Lun Gang. Come on, Lun Gang all day. When are the next free summer lessons for year 12? So kids, every week, Wednesday at 11 a.m. So the next one will be next Wednesday. What exam board are the 6 practice papers? So shush, it's very generic. Yeah, remember, for normal maths, all the exam boards are basically the same. So the papers I do are generic to help you address all of them. It's all about being good at the maths. No, Abdul, no weekend courses, but that's when you'll be doing my homeworks and communicating with your mentor if you want a mentor. Nice one, Ashna. Take care. Tahira, the lessons are like this format. So I'll be teaching you twice a week for an hour, for 2 hours in total in this format. And then after that, you'll do my homeworks and interact with your mentor and all that good stuff. Lun Gang protein shakes. Maybe one day, Mason. No worries, kids. Take care. Guys, if you don't have any questions, feel free to go. If you want to do my homeworks for these, which are completely free, just message me. All the links in the description. And I'll see you guys next week. Shush, in the description of the YouTube, you have my WhatsApp. Just go on there, WhatsApp me. Or you guys can hit me up on Instagram, NeilDoesMaths. Whichever one is easier for you. And just send me the code word summer so I know what you're interested in. You could do Azan. I just don't advocate for remembering formulas, that's all. No worries, Star Wars. See you later. See you next time, Zved. I'm at school. I come back at 6. Are there any lessons? Yeah, Abdul. So year 12. The year 12 course is on Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock. So 7 to 8. So yeah, it's you'll be good for that. See you, Alexi. See you, Reese. What do you think about grade 7 GCSE? Yeah, for sure to lose. Grade 7, I would say, is the minimum. For sure. See you, Cheryl. It's going to be on YouTube as well. Yeah, Tahira, but they're closed. So from September, those lessons are all closed. So they're not public lessons. They won't be like this, like reminding you and stuff. See you, Abdul. Log base. Nice, Hassan. Gustavo. Good stuff, good stuff. See you, Tahira. Guys, I'm going to be ending stream in about a minute. So if you have any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, hit me up on WhatsApp. Okay, cool. It's confused. Yeah, so Azan, in general, I don't like to use formulas. Nice to lose. Hope your cat's doing good. Shush, yes. Just message me and one of my sales team will be able to guide you through what the monthly option would be. See you, user. Will you be able to get lessons for year 13 if I only buy year 12 this year? So Matt, if you buy year 12, you'll only get access to the year 12 content. What's up, Susan? Predicted grade boundary for an A star for tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I would say it would be more than what it was in 2019. My prediction for an A was about 60%, so like a couple percentage points above. So I can't remember exactly. I think in 2019 an A star was like 72%. Was that right? I think I would add about 5% to that because I don't think the papers this year were that hard. They were I thought they were quite reasonable. So I'd probably say between 75 and 80% for an A star. I couldn't tell you the exact number. But with my students, I always say, look, aim for 80% for an A star for sure thing. That would be my harsh guess. But I'd say anything between 75 and 80% for an A star. But good luck tomorrow, Susan. Make sure you hit me up and let me know how you do. It'd be good to hear what's happening next for you. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to call it. I look forward to seeing you all next Wednesday, same time, 11 o'clock. If you have any questions, WhatsApp me or drop me a DM on Instagram. And I look forward to answering your questions there. See you, Matt. See you, Shush. No worries. See you, Reese.